Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back. And thank you so much for clicking on today's video and spending some time with me. So today I thought I would share with you how I can apply all my complexion products using one tool. So I'm super excited to share this tool with you. So let's just get started. So the one tool that I am talking about is nothing new to the market. It's been around for a very long time. And I actually used to use one a long time ago and I just stopped using it. I think it's because I got, new brushes that I was super excited about and I kind of just forgot about it. So it was just sitting, in my drawer. And then they reached out to me, the company, and asked if I would like to try it. They'd send one over. And I was like, absolutely, because my old one was looking kind of shabby. So yeah, that's what they did. They sent it over and I actually tried it out. And I was so impressed by it because it just seemed different than the one before. And I'm going to share it with you. So the tool that I'm talking about is this here, the Stands Out Beauty Sponge. And like I said, it's been around for a very long time, but I honestly haven't seen a video where someone applies, all of their complexion products using this one tool. So I thought it might be fun, but this is my old one here. As you can see, after a while, it does change color. It looks kind of shabby, but it still does the job. But I will say when I got this new sponge, it just seemed different. Like I felt like my makeup looked way more smooth. It just looked different and it felt different when I was applying it. And as you can see, it's bigger. And the nice thing about this one is the old one, you would have to almost like prime it. You'd have to wash it a few times before you could use it dry. Well, this new one, you don't have to do that. You could just take it right out of the box and use it dry. But you can also dampen it and use it damp, whatever you prefer. But I actually like using it dry. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So hopefully this video, interests you. But I thought it would just be kind of neat and fun to share with you how, this one tool can apply all your makeup, which I think is really nice. So let's just get started right away. And I'm going to start using with this here. It's the Maybelline Superstay 24 Skin Tint. And I got mine in the shade 220. It's way too deep for me, so I'm going to have to lighten it up. So I'm going to put about 2 pumps on the back of my hand, but I'm also going to add a little bit of my LA Girl white pigment because like I said, that's just way too deep. But I love that foundation or skin tint. And the other thing I want to say about this tool is so nice, if if you're on a budget, and you don't want to have to invest in tons of brushes and stuff like that, you can get the job done using this one tool. And also for traveling, what a great thing just to throw that in a bag, without tons of brushes. And honestly, when I go see the kids, this is probably what I'm just going to take because it does save a lot of space. So let's start here. I still, got quite a bit on the back of my hand, but I'm going to share with you how this works. Let's try not to get this in my hair today. So I'm just going to kind of press and roll. You could do that method. Or you can just kind of, tap it in. But I kind of do both. I just feel like that's the best way to blend out my foundation. And as you can see how quickly it got the job done. That's pretty much already blended in. So let's do this side. And what I love too is it doesn't really soak up tons of product. As you can see, it's staying on my face. It's not sucking it up like a lot of sponges can. So a little bit will go a long way, so less product is being wasted. So as of right now, this is what we're looking at. So let me just grab my mirror to see how everything looks. Yeah, it looks so airbrushed, smooth. You don't have any streaks, nothing. It just looks so beautiful. And what I love about it is around my nose. Usually that just looks really shady around the nose, and I didn't even use any kind of pore primer or anything, and it really is sitting nicely on my nose. It doesn't look like it's separating, anything like that. It just looks very even. So let me come closer so you guys can take a good look at how even this looks on my skin. Yeah, it is just unbelievable. And I've used several different foundations, using the sponge, and they all apply the same, just very airbrushed and beautiful. So now I'm going to go into the concealer. And what I'm going to use today is just my NYX. Bear with me. So I'm going to be putting a little pump on the back of my hand of that. And hopefully that's not too dark. All these are my summer shades, but we will make it work. Okay, so I'm just going to place a little bit in the inner corner. That's the only thing about this concealer that bothers me, just kind of messy. And I feel like sometimes you can apply too much because, it's in that pump. So anyway, okay, so now I'm going to use this corner here. And what I love about this is, like, if I do have my shadow on, it can make a nice sharp edge using that there. So I'm just going to tap that in. And I'm going to tap it in the inner corner. And again, it's so nice because you can just kind of squeeze it and maneuver it the way you want. And I'm just going to take it around the eye here like I normally do. And just put a little bit in the whole inner corner there just to make everything a little bit more even. So that's where we are, and you're seeing how quickly that blended in. And I always do use my finger just to melt it in even more, because I have super dry under eyes. So let's do this side and see how quickly we can get this done. And I'm telling you, I can get my complexion makeup done, I think, quicker using this sponge. I think it's because I'm not as focused of being really precise with my brushes. So that could be the reason, but I just feel like I can get this done a lot quicker than when I use a brush. Okay, so this is the concealer. This is what it's looking like. So let me see if I need to do any adjustments here. And the concealer looks really good under my eyes. That didn't work for me for a very long time, but yeah, that's what it looks like. Very nice, very airbrushed, I believe, super even. So now let's just go into, let's see, bronzer. And again, before we go into the bronzer, I do want to share with you, again, there's hardly any product on the sponge. Yeah, it's just very impressive. A lot of the products staying on my skin. So the bronzer I'm going to use is super deep. So I am curious how this is going to blend it out. Because it is almost too dark for me. And I usually put it on the back of my wrist, take my brush and just kind of blend it into the bristles. And it, just becomes a little bit more softer. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to apply this directly on the skin. So it's my LYS and it's in the shade Harmony. And as you can see, it's pretty deep. So we're going to try to make it work though. Just going to apply a little bit because a little bit definitely goes a long way. And again, because it's so dark, I do want it to sheer out slightly. And then I'm just going to place a little bit on my nose like I normally do. And a little bit at the tip. And a little bit around my lip. That just kind of makes everything, appear fuller on my lips. So that's what they say, and that's what's in my head now. Okay, so with this, I'm going to use this side right here. So you can actually use any side that you want, but I think I'm going to use this side. Now, when you first get the product, it does come in a beautiful box. Actually, it's a very nice box, and it does tell you or give you a guide of how to use the sponge, like different areas, what angle to use. So that was really nice, but I mean, honestly, it's just going to work out the same if you ask me. So actually, this is blending it out really nice. Yeah, because when I use a brush, I can definitely not go directly on the skin because it's pretty deep. So let's just blend everything in and see what happens. And look at how nice of a sharp edge that creates, because I'm able to squeeze the sponge here and really just make it more precise of my placement. Ooh, that looks really good. Again, hardly any product is being soaked up. I'm really loving this. Honestly, the sponge, I am just so impressed by it. I can't believe I stopped using it. But like I said earlier, it just feels different than before. So if you had one of these a long time ago and didn't care for it, or, just had some trouble with it, maybe try it again because, and I think it's on sale on Amazon right now, because I feel like it's different. I really, truly do. Okay, now the trick here is going to be around the nose because, yeah, it can get a little messy here. So I'm just going to lightly tap on the side and bring it up towards my eyebrow and really just blend that. Okay. Even with the brush, it does not look this smooth. So I'm just going to do this side and the tip of my nose. And what I do around my lips is I just kind of do that. Okay, and the nice thing about this too is now I can go on this side or even the side with the concealer and just go and kind of smooth everything out because there is, you know, a little product left on there, I would think, even though you can hardly see it. But yeah, it just kind of smoothed down all of those edges. So everything is looking, I think, pretty impressive right now. Okay, so let's go into a blush now. And the blush that I brought down is the Rare Beauty in the shade Hope. So I love her blushes here. Now, the only thing is usually, again, I would place it on the back of my hand, you know, take my brush and kind of swirl it around. So I'm just going to be very, very ginger of this product because it is super pigmented. So I'm just going to start with a couple dots and let's see what happens. So now what I'm going to do is go on, even though I got this side dirty, I think it's going to be okay. And I'm just going to tap this in, you know, just slightly, just very, very light-handed because I do want this product to really stay. Ooh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Again, when I use my brush, it can get really messy really quick. Yeah, it just applies way too much product at once. And I kind of waste a little bit because I'm placing a lot on the back of my hand and swirling it around. So this way there's really no waste. Wow, I could even honestly get away with adding a little bit more, but I'm not going to because I have something else that I do want to use. This is where we're at so far. I'm super happy that everything's working out the way I hoped. Okay, so now I'm going to actually use powder on my face, and let's see if we can use this sponge using a powder. So the powder I brought down is my House Labs, and the reason why I did is because it, you know, it's less messy. I think if I put it in the cap and tried to go in with that, it's, you know, it's not super, I don't know how to explain it, you know, like a regular poof or anything. It's still pretty dense like a sponge, so I don't want to get messy. So this here has like a mesh. So what I'm going to do is directly, you know, go into the product. I think there's something coming out. I'm not sure. Maybe do this. It's hard to tell with the sponge. So I'm just going to keep working. There it goes. Okay, and then just going to go around and just tap it into the skin and places I normally would. So I'm just kind of, you know, setting all my cream products down and it definitely works. You know, it's really blending that in. I don't feel like it's looking super powdery at all. Yeah, it definitely works out. Now, what I think I'm going to do with the rest of the powder is just lightly press that under the eyes because there is a little creasing with that NYX. And just kind of set that ever so slightly. Okay, so that worked out really well, I think. Okay, you guys, this is kind of scary. I'm almost done with my makeup. But I did want to try something else out. I did bring down a powdered blush, and I just brought down the one Befitting in by Essence. Yeah, as you can see, once I added the powder, it just kind of muted that Rare Beauty. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go into this powdered blush, and I think I'm just going to use this side right here. This is the side that I blended in the blush. So I'm going to just kind of tap it on here, and let's see if that does anything. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, that definitely worked. So actually got to be a little bit more careful with the powdered one than the cream one. So isn't that interesting? Okay. Well, I think I added just a little bit too much. So again, I'm going to go in with the side that I do have a little bit of the foundation, hopefully. Just kind of smooth that edge out. And voila, that did the trick. last thing here. Okay, the last thing we're going to try to apply is this here, this beautiful, beautiful highlighter. It's actually called, let's see, the Dew Wet Balm, and it's in the shade Rose Water by Danessa Myricks. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love this balm highlighter, whatever she wants to call it. It's amazing. So I'm going to use this side here. I didn't really use this side for anything, I don't believe. Or I could even use this little area here. That looks pretty clean. So I'm just going to apply a little bit. So I'm actually going to swipe it. So yeah, it just was a little hard to, I don't know, to see if it's on there. So that's the only problem. Other than that, I mean, it works just fine. I'm just going to add a little bit here in the areas that I would definitely apply a little bit of the highlighter. Let's see on the Cupid's bow. Voila, I am done with all of my complexion products using this one sponge. So what I'm going to do is just go off, apply the rest of my makeup. I'll come back and we're going to talk just a little bit about this sponge. Okay, so this is the final look with all the rest of the makeup applied. And if you want to see how I came up with this eye look, that will be the next video. I'm actually filming 2 videos right now, so stay tuned for that. But let's go back to talking about the Stands Out sponge. I was super impressed with it. I'm so happy that they sent it again and that I tried it, you know, using all of my complexion products. And I just feel like my skin looks very airbrushed, looks very smooth, you know, even. So I'm super happy with it. And my makeup's been on for quite some time because, like I said, I'm filming another video. And of course, I already got some makeup in my hair. Anyway, I do still need to apply some lipstick. I did line my lips using my Essence, my favorite because shade, because they also sent over some little, I guess it's called Diamond Luster lip gloss. So they sent me over 3 shades, but today I'm going to try this one. It's called Fancy Light. Now wait till you see the packaging on this. It is so pretty. I swear, I just love it for the packaging itself. So it looks like this. Is that not cute? And look at the little diamond on the top. I mean, how adorable is that? I just love pulling it out of my purse and using this because it's so unique. So anyway, this is the shade here. So a lot of these are just very light colored. That's why I do use a lip liner, but my eye is pretty bold. So this might look okay with it. And let's just see what this shade is. So they're super creamy, very hydrating. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more. I didn't have enough, a little applicator. And let's see how this looks with this lip liner. Yeah, it's almost between like a lip gloss and a lip oil. It's just very comfortable, very hydrating. And it does, you know, give a beautiful little shine. So I've been loving these. I've been using the other shade that I pulled out a few weeks ago or about a week ago, but very comfortable on the lips. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was nice, short and sweet, hopefully. I haven't edited it yet, so we don't know. But I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, if you could please hit that like button, I would truly appreciate it. I can't wait to see you guys again. I love you so much. And until next time.